Hey everybody, it's Andy here, aka Montolio, and we are back for round two of our Vintage League. We're playing the Rock, and I hope everybody is doing well today. Disclaimer, you may hear some ambient piano playing in the background. That is my daughter who is learning piano, so enjoy the music. We won the die roll, let's go. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Yeah, I've just played basic forest and passed. I mean, it's a little bit of a tell when we're playing some type of mid-range deck when someone plays a basic forest and pass. But I don't want to expose my Bayou, and I think this is going to open up a play for next turn. We're likely going to slam our collector roof, but of course that's contingent on whether a Bazaar comes down or not. You know, you are going to have some number of openers with this hand where it's just you don't have a turn one Deathrite or you don't have a Mox in your hand that feels underpowered, but I think that's okay. All right, so I'm going to just play the collector roof here. May as well. I'm still protecting my Bayou here. My opponent may not be bothered by this at all. Interesting note for vintage players who are unfamiliar with Grist. Okay, well now I'm feeling a lot better about Collector Roof on the table, now that we're knowing that we're playing against combo. I think my opponent is likely to go and get an Ancestral Recall, unless they have like a main deck Fatal Push or a Braid to remove my Collector Roof. But getting back to Grist, this is a Planeswalker, but you cannot counter this with, a Force of Negation because it's a creature, which is pretty powerful. Of course, Grist is not played in Vintage, but I think it's a really good Planeswalker. Okay, my opponent is going to Wasteland me here. Or is this Time Walk? Okay, Time Walk's pretty good. So I am a little bit confused because combo decks are typically what play Vampiric Tutor almost to the T. You don't see it really in bug style decks. But then my opponent played a Wasteland, which is not something that you see in combo decks. So I am confused what we're playing against here. Of note, I am not familiar with this opponent. So they may be playing some type of rogue deck. Not to tone that somebody else in Vintage might not pick up what this is. But this and this typically do not go together. I mean, okay, that's fine. So I'm glad we did it the way we did and we protected our Bayou here. I wonder what my opponent got with the Vampiric. It must just be an Ancestral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Basic Island. I don't like to tell my opponent what I have in my hand, but I think it's more important that I protect my Bayou here from another Wasteland. So I'm just going to play the Mystery Rainforest here and pass turn. Now we have a Assassin's Trophy if we need it. So it was Ancestral. Okay. That's nice for my opponent. I'm not going to burn an Endurance here. I mean, maybe I should. I don't think so. A little bit weird timing on a Brainstorm there, but I do think it's possible that my opponent is going to dig, but they have so many cards in hand, dig or Treasure Cruise here, that it seems like a poor line to do that. Okay, so we did protect our land here correctly against our opponent. Mox is off. This could be, this could be dark, what's it called? Oh my goodness. Death Shadow. That's the word I'm looking for. So they did have the treasure cruise. So we're just getting destroyed here. Like, despite my opponent hasn't done a lot other than tinker and fool around, like my opponent is just like consistently on 7 cards here, and I was unwilling to come off of to pitch the endurance to do it. Ooh, that was a nice draw. Okay, I will endurance instantly if they go to wasteland me. Let's see if they do it now. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, letting me doing it during their turn is even better for me. Yeah, just gonna get another Bayou here. I don't really like the idea of putting these back in their deck, but I'm going to. Force of Will. Okay. I'm okay with that. A Death Shadow, we have an answer to. That's what I think this is. Yes. Okay. Love another land here. Okay. I am going to get the Dark Confidant in here. It's possible they're going to daze me here. They didn't have it. Okay. And there is some merit to me playing my own Deathrite Shaman there, but I think that's okay. They could Murktide here. Which would be unfortunate, but I'm not going to. I value my resources too much here. Okay. Sylvan Library has definitely lost some of its efficacy because they're at 5 life, but now they can gain a couple life off my endurance grist. This could be a Goif. Yep, Tarmogoyf. Okay. Wasteland was Dees. That guy can Assassin's Trophy this thing. I'm going to attempt to do that. Problem with doing that. The problem with doing that, I put them to 1. They can gain life from Deathrite. They have to use their green to do it. This is a tough decision. My man is awkward. Okay, I'm gonna play my thing to play around. It's awkward. If it gets forced, I mean, that's okay. Not ideal, but they did not have another land. I don't think I'm worried about the graveyard here. Once again, I think I value my resources higher. So this is an interesting bug build my opponent is playing. Thought Seizes and Vampiric Tutors. These are all reasonable cards to be playing in Pug, but not something you see too often. So my opponent has the awkward tension of trying to gain life as well as casting enough spells to be able to protect themselves here. Now, what they can do is they can block and then gain life, keeping themselves above the board. Okay, well, they come off green. Okay, do they have enough? They can't fetch. Okay, so they're just casting a couple spells here. Yep, another Tarmogoyf. That does work. Strip Mine is nice. Yep, nothing I can do about it. We could lose this from here. That was a good draw. I think I'm going to attack with both my creatures. That does open up their mocks, though. How do I feel about that? I have another Dark Confidant. Yeah, I think it's fine. They have to block. Both. Let me just try and get in here. Drawing the swamp there was pretty good because it's unlikely to be answered because their strip mine is gone. Okay. And yeah, we're going to cast a Deathrite. I also can pitch my Endurance here if they do tap their Deathrite to get rid of a land. They cannot force a Will Me. That is a line. Deathrite, how can it activates ability targeting Deathrite Shaman? I'm confused here. They are targeting Bayou. Yeah. So we get rid of that, and then we untap and kill them. That was a very interesting game. Okay, we're playing against Bug. These are not what I'm looking for. This is 60. Maybe I want a Pernicious Deed, like collect a couple deeds. Collector Roof is typically pretty bad. Let's try this out. Like the deeds are going to be clunky, but they could be very relevant. We are on the draw here, and my opponent may get out ahead of me. And dropping a pernicious deed and being able to wipe out a couple Tarmogoyfs and a Sylvan Library or something like that with a death right. It's not unheard of. And, it may come at the expense of us losing a creature or two as well, but when you can anticipate the trade, hopefully we're going to be able to mitigate some of our loss and make it more theirs. Would you believe I played close to $100, 100 tickets for each one of these pernicious deeds? Like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, probably something like that online when foils were very rare and sought after. And, like I remember foil Force of Will was a couple $100. And, of course, foils are much cheaper typically now because Magic Online ruined the allure of them online. How do I feel about this? We can do better. This is awkward because we have no green mana. Or fetches for that matter. I really am wanting a Deathrite Shaman. Collector Roof would definitely be the card to go on the bottom here. Okay, we're on the draw. I'm going to keep it. I don't feel good about this hand at all. I like my first hand better than this. But I don't really want to go down too far. And this hand has some potential to it. Like, obviously, Op Agent and Endurance are the cards I'm looking at here. Okay. Is that an Ancestral? Wouldn't surprise me after what my opponent did to me last game. They drew a lot of cards. Goyf, okay. I hope we find a fetch land here. We didn't. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with this. Deathrite can help keep the Tarmogoyf in line. Potentially. I could get wastelanded here, but if they don't, like Op Agent could sweep in here and cause a problem for my opponent. What would be a disaster for me is if my opponent has abrupt decay. They decay my creature and then they wasteland me. That would be really bad for me. Not unsalvageable, but it'd be bad. Okay, at least this gets me a forest. Yeah, I want the forest over the swamp. It's going to allow me to play Magic. If I get wasted here, it sucks, but like in this type of a matchup, it's much better to have abrupt decay. Okay. I like this. I guess there's a world where it's just better to play Op Agent for if I get wastelanded. And of course, my opponent forces this is totally fine. My opponent is struggling on land as well. Nice thing is if they Assassin Trophy me again, I have a swamp, which would be pretty awesome. I mean, obviously, I'm not thrilled to lose my creature, but they're expending resources, and I am gaining resources by doing it. I mean, it's always just a bit of a blowout when someone Assassin's Trophies you, and wow, savage. I was not expecting that. Wouldn't mind a wasteland here. Endurance is pretty awkward. Not going to fool around here. I'm going to op agent. My opponent's like, oh wow, they got nothing. I'm going to block. We'll see what happens here. Maybe I don't block. Maybe I don't. Because I can clean up my stuff with endurance. Yeah, I'm going to not block. I changed my mind. I feel like I'm in a position to race here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, another Goif. All right. All right. Forest. They're probably just going to trade here. No. I could cast double Outland Liberator here. I'm going to see if I can't trap them. Actually, the double Liberator might have been better, to be honest with you. It's a lot of power. Yep. Might have a counter spell here for this one. I think that's okay. I think I'll put my two creatures away. Doesn't really matter. These are instants, and both instants, these are both creatures. I do value those creatures, the death rate in particular. Yep, force of will. Okay, sure. You got it. Love a wasteland here. Not from them, from me. Okay. It's pretty scary. Probably should have attacked. I really wanted to incentivize them to attack, but it's like, who am I kidding holding up two forests and a mox here? Like maybe they'll come in, be not worried about it at all, but if they got another force, it is what it is. Mm. So they could have removal here, but I guess I won't do my death right. Let's do this. I'll take one and see if I can get a couple other goys here. I could have got, yeah. Well, I got two of them. That's pretty solid. Okay. Well, well, well. Don't mind if I do. I got the trophy op agent combo. It's pretty good. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Can't really take them off delving. Ah, I'll play a Dark Confident. I don't think I'm too worried about it. I beg your pardon, excuse me. And I will just Assassin Trophy them here. I mean, they have a counter. They have a counter. I just will live with it. Search, search. Opponent did that to me earlier. They searched for the Assassin's Trophy with the Op Agent. It's so cool when you get to draw a land for free off that. We've all done it. You just don't think about it. But regardless, guys, that was certainly an interesting deck my opponent was playing. Dismember, Vampiric Tutor, Thoughtseize. Those are not the common cards that you see out of Bug, but an interesting build, and it certainly seemed not too shabby. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Feel free to leave any comments. We'll get back to you, and we'll see you for round 3.